Hi, welcome to Future Techno's Alright, shutter bugs and crop sensor lovers, listen up. If you've ever looked at a full-frame camera and thought, cool, but can it zoom in on a squirrel 3 blocks away, then the latest buzz from Nikon might be just what you're looking for. The rumor mill is heating up, and all eyes are on the Nikon Z90. This camera is being talked about as the APS-C successor to the legendary D500. Some are even calling it the baby Z9. Yes, Nikon really likes that nickname. First, the Z8 was the baby Z9. Now the Z90 is also in the running. At this rate, we might need a Nikon family tree just to keep things straight. Still, the nickname fits. The Z90 is expected to pack some serious power. One of the most exciting leaks is the 33-megapixel DX format sensor. That's a direct challenge to Canon's EOS R7, which has 32.5 megapixels. Nikon is basically saying, nice try Canon, but we'll raise you by 0.5. It might sound small, but in the world of crop sensors, every pixel counts. For sports and wildlife photographers, this camera could be a real game changer. With a crop sensor, you get that extra reach. It's perfect for catching birds mid-flight, wild animals in motion, or even your neighbor's cat when it's sitting on top of your car. We've all been there. But it's not just about stills. The Nikon Z90 is also expected to offer strong video features. We're talking 4K at 60 frames per second, possibly with oversampling. That means sharper, cleaner video with more detail. Some leaks also suggest full HD recording at 120 or even 180 frames per second. That's great for slow motion. Think of water drops falling in ultra slow motion or your pet running in the backyard looking like it's part of a movie trailer. The Z90 seems to be aiming at hybrid users, people who shoot both photos and videos. Vloggers, content creators, and action shooters might find a lot to love here. Let's talk speed. One of the highlights could be its burst shooting rate. It might shoot 15 frames per second with the mechanical shutter. And with the electronic shutter, we might get up to 30 frames per second. That's fast. It's perfect for action shots, sports photography, or, more realistically, capturing 300 photos of your dog yawning because you pressed the shutter too long. You never know which one will be perfect, right? Another big feature could be in-body image stabilization IBIS. The Z90 might come with up to 6 stops of stabilization. That's huge, especially for handheld shooting. If your hands tend to shake a little, maybe because of coffee or just nervous excitement, this could be the answer. Nikon would be stepping ahead of Canon here because the EOS R7 doesn't have IBIS. That's a bold move. Nikon is basically saying, we've got your back. Literally. It could make handheld shooting much smoother, especially in low light or while using telephoto lenses. Now, what about the screen? There's a lot of talk about Nikon going with a 3.2-inch tilting touchscreen. That's good news for photographers. It helps with low-angle shots and adds flexibility. But vloggers might be a bit disappointed. It's not a fully articulating screen. Some people love flip-out screens. Others prefer a tilt. It's like the pineapple on pizza debate, people get passionate about it. Nikon seems to be going for simplicity and durability here. A tilting screen might not be everyone's favorite, but it's sturdy and gets the job done. Storage is another area where Nikon might offer a smart balance. The Z90 is rumored to have dual card slots, one for CF Express Type B and one for SD cards. That's a good move. CF Express cards are fast, perfect for 4K video and burst shooting. But they're also expensive. On the other hand, SD cards are cheaper and more common. With both options, Nikon is giving users a choice. If you need speed, go CF Express. If you're on a budget, stick with SD. It's about flexibility, and that's something pros and hobbyists alike will appreciate. Here comes the big question, will it have a stacked sensor? A stacked sensor would mean faster readout speeds, less rolling shutter, and better overall performance. It's one of the best upgrades you can get in a modern camera. But there's a catch. Stacked sensors are expensive. If Nikon includes one, the price of the Z90 could go up. If they skip it, they keep the cost down but lose that high-end performance. It's a tough choice. Nikon has to find the right balance. They might go for a partially stacked design or stick with a fast backside illuminated sensor instead. That would still offer good speed without breaking the bank. And speaking of price, nothing is official yet. But if we look at the specs and features, the Z90 probably won't be cheap. It could land somewhere between $1,200 and $1,800, depending on the final feature list. That's not exactly budget territory. But if it truly is a mini Z9, the price could be worth it. Wildlife photographers, action shooters, and hybrid creators might see it as an affordable way to get high-end performance without going full frame. So, what does this all mean? If the rumors are accurate, the Nikon Z90 could be one of the best APS-C cameras on the market. It's taking the legacy of the D500 and bringing it into the mirrorless world. It's aiming at the Canon EOS R7 and saying, we can do better. With high megapixels, fast shooting, strong video, image stabilization, and flexible storage. It ticks a lot of boxes. Whether you're into stills, video, or both, the Z90 could be a very exciting option. But of course, these are all rumors. Until Nikon officially announces it, we can't be sure. Specs might change. Features might get added or dropped. The price could go up or down. That's how the camera world works. Still, it's fun to dream. And if Nikon delivers on even half of these expectations, the Z90 could be a real hit in 2025. So, keep your eyes open, your lenses ready, and your wishlists updated. Because if Nikon plays its cards right, the Z90 might be the camera that changes the game. Let me know when you're ready for me to continue with the next part of the script, the Nikon Z6V Cine Edition section.